You can repeat affirmations until you lose your voice, but if your body is in a high-stress state, those words will bounce right off. When your nervous system is flooded with cortisol, the hormone that triggers your fight or flight response, it physically blocks your brain from accepting new patterns. True wealth, or any major shift in your reality, is a physical nervous system response. To hold on to a new result, your body requires a biological baseline of safety down to the cellular level. This diagram shows the bioenergetic bridge. On the left is the hard neuroscience of the physical brain, and on the right is your energetic identity. A specific 528 Hz frequency wave connects the two, bridging your physical reality with your energetic truth. Before you can successfully build a lasting wealth identity, you have to complete a mandatory prerequisite: systematically lowering that cortisol and tricking your amygdala, the brain's threat detection center, into a state of absolute safety. This is where JHAICEY's 6-phase frequency protocol comes in. It operates as a full-day automated engine designed to continuously clear that biological friction and rewire your system from the ground up. This circular timeline illustrates how the protocol works. Instead of random listening whenever you feel like it, the engine maps specific energetic shifts directly to a continuous 24-hour biological timeline, passing the baton flawlessly from one phase to the next. This graphic outlines the 3 distinct pillars required to run this new code safely: pre-produced lyrical beds, strict chronometric sequencing, and the GRACE protocol. By treating this process like a biological software update, you remove the guesswork. Following this exact structure guarantees your nervous system has the support it needs to adapt safely without triggering old survival mechanics. This chart shows your brain's biological transition from deep delta sleep to relaxed alpha focus during the first 10 minutes of waking. Phase 1, the morning bed, captures the specific hypnagogic window, that groggy, halfway awake state, where your subconscious is highly receptive. Here we see the first architectural rule: pre-produced lyrical beds. These precise vocal anchors give your conscious mind a specific task to focus on, while the underlying frequencies do the heavy lifting in your nervous system. As you wake up, an 888 Hz background frequency acts as a vibrational bridge, soaking your subconscious. Simultaneously, your conscious mind follows along and agrees with the engineered lyrics, reinforcing commands like, "Everything I touch is gold and true." Playing this track for the first 30 minutes of your day effectively tricks the amygdala into a state of total certainty. It locks you into the resonance of wealth before the usual morning stressors have a chance to interfere. This jagged, dense waveform represents your active daytime hours between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. Phase 2 is the midday bed, which functions as a power surge right in the middle of your most crucial decision-making windows. Playing these specific tracks sustains focus in your prefrontal cortex, the logical, planning center of your brain. It actively prevents the standard mid-morning metabolic slump that usually derails productivity. The second pillar shown here is strict chronometric sequencing. This rule ensures that no 2 tracks ever overlap or compete for your attention, entirely eliminating bandwidth clutter. You never have to guess which track to play or how long to play it. The clock dictates the choice, completely removing decision fatigue from the equation. This strict sequencing anchors your wealth identity right when you need it most, while you are actively interacting with the friction of the external physical world. Around 1 to 3 p.m., the inevitable afternoon slump hits. Phase 3, the afternoon bed, provides a 15-minute bioenergetic reset that wipes the slate clean, so morning stress doesn't bleed into your evening. This entrainment duration timeline illustrates the biological goal: physically syncing your brainwaves to 888 Hz and 528 Hz frequencies. You need an absolute minimum of 7 minutes to see a shift, but a 12 to 15-minute window is optimal for the frequencies to stabilize in your field. But what happens if life interrupts your schedule and you miss an active daytime window entirely? This logic tree details Rule 3, the GRACE protocol. It's a hard-coded flexibility module. If you miss a daytime bed, the system instructs you to avoid cramming and simply drop seamlessly into the next available phase on your clock. A missed step does not mean the system has failed. The upload simply pauses until the next available window. Healing requires grace, and this failsafe prevents user panic by ensuring you always have a safe way back to your baseline. This biological translation box explains Phase 4, the evening bed. By introducing a deep 50 beat per minute sub-bass, the track mechanically forces your nervous system out of fight or flight and into the relaxed alpha-theta bridge, signaling to your biology that the time for active effort is over. The active integration section here shows exactly how to use this auditory buffer zone. While the grounding track plays, you physically document your transition using the Daily Alignment Journal, answering one core prompt. Did I act as my new result today? You run a rapid daily diagnostic. You log biological support, like hydration. You check your emotional identity shifts, noting whether you fell into old panic patterns, and you record any physical echoes of wealth, like unexpected income or solved problems that appeared that day. Putting a pen to paper while the 50 beat per minute track plays transforms the protocol. You go from passive listening to generating hard physical evidence of your new biological baseline. This illustration of the gold breath visualization marks Phase 5, the bedtime bed. As your heart rate drops to 40 beats per minute, you execute an active surrender. You consciously tell your brain that you are no longer responsible for the logistics, handing the vision over completely to the frequency. Once your consciousness fades, Phase 6 takes over. This is the deep sleep rewire, an 8-hour automated lockdown that maintains your vibration through the night so you don't drift back into scarcity patterns while you dream. This crossfade timeline shows exactly how the technical upgrade works. After 20 minutes, the vocal lyrics stop, and the audio transitions to a pure frequency loop. This prevents your brain's language processing centers from staying alert, allowing you to successfully enter restorative delta sleep. Over those next 8 hours, your body rests in a state of total safety. With the biological friction cleared, the new result is hard-coded directly into your subconscious identity. This matrix lays out the completed architecture of your day. By combining this precise 24-hour sequence, the 3 strict rules, and your daily journal, you give your nervous system exactly what it needs to adapt. Abundance stops being something you try to force and becomes an automated biological response.